book up wide and meet adventures that wait for you. Live and learn and laugh and play whenever your dream comes true. You could swim along the river all the way to the sea. You could fly up in the sky above the clouds and trees. You could plant a flower garden up on top of the moon. You could swing through the jungle all afternoon. Wherever our story takes us, I can't wait to see. Yes, friends, come and read with me. It's online story time.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Online Storytime at your Grand Rapids Area Library. I'm Miss Tracy.
I'm Grandma Pat.
And we are so excited that you're here with us today. Yes. Hey, Grandma Pat, before we start talking about that really awesome thing we're going to talk about today, should we sing?
We should sing.
Storytime friends, would you sing with us? Remember, clap whatever you've got. You don't have to clap your hands. Here we go. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, clap your hands. I do want to hear a story. Grandma Pat, what did you bring books about today?
Well, we're going to talk today about traditions in families. And tradition's a big word.
It is.
Can you figure out what it might mean?
I think a tradition is something that a family does like all the time. Once a year, maybe they have a special tradition around a meal or another tradition around a birthday celebration. Or some families have like annual gardening traditions or harvesting traditions, or maybe they all get together to watch a movie once a week, or maybe they all get together to harvest the wild rice off the river. There's almost everything that a family does year in and year out is a tradition for that family. And the really cool thing, I think, is every family might have completely different traditions.
Oh, yeah. For the people who celebrate Christmas, nobody does it in the same way. Somebody opens presents on Christmas Eve, some open Christmas morning, some have big meals with special kinds of foods on Christmas Eve and different things on Christmas. It's just all different, but it's what your family does.
Yeah. And there's a lot of comfort and a lot of joy in traditions. And a lot of time you have traditions that you celebrate with your big extended family. So you might have aunties and uncles and cousins and grandmas and grandpas and great-grandparents, and all of those people might be surrounding you during your family traditions.
Yeah, that's the important thing, is to have all those people around you.
Speaking of big families, Grandma Pat, do you want to learn a finger play about families? This is called How Many People in Your Family? And here it goes. How many people in your family? Are there 2? Are there 3? Or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or more? Can you get your fingers to do that?
That's fun.
How many people in your family? Are there 2? Are there 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or more? Whew, that's getting your fingers really limbered up and ready to go. So Grandma Pat, did you bring some good books today?
Fabulous books about families.
I can't wait.
Miss Tracy, our first book today is called My Day with the Pawnee. Is that a term you've heard before?
No, what is that?
Well, we're going to find out what a Pawnee is. And this is written by Tammy Charles and illustrated by Sarah Palacios, and it's from Candlewick Press.
So this is a different kind of family tradition.
This is a very different family. This is a family from Haiti. In the hills of Port-au-Prince, Monmon's voice, sweet like mango, sings to the sky. Flannel, she calls, would you like to go to the market with me? Yes, I say. My little sister Naomi says, me too. Another time, Petey, your day will come. But today, it's Fallon's turn. Mon wraps her hair in a silk mouchoir, brighter than the Caribbean Sea. I twist my sun-yellow scarf into my braids, but it doesn't look as good as hers. Mon tightens my mouchoir, then she places the panier on her head. Look at that, Miss Tracy. It's a big basket on her head.
Wow.
See what she does with that big basket. More than anything, more than I want to wear the finest silk in Haiti, I want to carry the basket like Mon does. May I try? Slowly, Mon says. My toes start to prickle. I dash for the door. Boom. The panier falls and crashes to the floor. Mon takes up the panier and we start on our trip. Bye, Naima. Bye, Gran. See you soon. Mon says, when I was your age, my Mon would say, pity, pity, joie finissely, which means little by little, the bird builds its nest. Not everything is learned fast. My heart sinks like a shooting star in the midnight sky. If only Mon would give me one more try. On our walk to the market, Mon is tall like an arrow pointing to the clouds. Her hips sway, but the panier doesn't move. Look around, Fallon. Our neighborhood will show you the way. The tap-tap bus goes chug-a-lug, carrying people with sun-beaten faces, full of laughter, louder than a rooster's crow. Compa music echoes through the wind. Look at that pretty bus. To carry the panier, we move gracefully, even under the weight of the sun and the moon. But more than riding the tap-tap, heavy with happy people, more than moving to the compa rhythms, I just want to carry the panier. May I try again? Petey, not just yet. Petey, build your nest. She's saying, be patient. We walk past colorful walls, swirls of blue like a cloudless sky, green and red like the coffee plants sprouting at our feet. To carry the panier is to be strong. Even when the earthquake shook Haiti to pieces, these walls still stand. Like the panier stays still on your head, Maman claps. That's it. These people with the paniers on their heads. There's men too with paniers. But more than the colorful walls, still standing, painted blue, green, and red, I want to grab the panier, place it high on my head. May I try it now? Pity, almost there. We reach the market, and there's food everywhere. Sacks of potatoes, round like the moon, fat pumpkins, yellow-orange like the sun. Family, Cousin Voline sings out, and she owns the vegetable stand. Mon puts out some gourds to pay Cousin for our food. Into the panier, our dinner goes. I see mothers and daughters walking like they have gold in their shoes. Their feet are graceful, their paniers are still, even as the wind swirls through the city. That is quite a skill. Mon holds my hand. To carry the panier is to care for our family, I say. And Mon smiles banana wide.
That's a wide smile.
That's a wide smile. Look at all the vegetables she has in her panier. The sun dances across the sky. The tap-tap chug-a-lugs by. Women pack their goods, close their shops, and we begin to walk home. Mon, more than the sun and all the stars far away, I'm ready to carry the panier. Mon stares me down with honey brown eyes. Is it here? She helps me with the mouchoir and then places the panier on my head so heavy I can hardly stand. The panier wobbles and bobbles and crashes to the ground. Vegetables fly everywhere. My heart sinks like a shooting star. I do not want to give it another try, but Maman will not hear it. Okay, Flannel, she says, as she helps me load the panier again. Petey, build your nest. Maman returns the heavy basket to my head. With my back like an arrow, I take one step, another and another, not too fast, little by little. I feel myself stretch to the clouds. I walk like a queen. I walk like Maman, all the way home. Look at the puppy walking too. Isn't that funny? The sun kisses the moon bonsoir as we reach the door. What does the panier mean to you, Flannel? With my feet planted in the cool sand, I say, the panier means we are graceful when the load is heavy. We are strong even when the earth is not. We are family, fed with love. Les bon, that is good. The door swings open. My turn. Naima jumps for the panier. Petey, build your nest, I say. What nest? I'm not a bird. Mon and I sing in laughter to the blue-gray sky. Oh, little sister, I will show you soon. Soon, you'll have your day. There she is with her panier. And that was Flannel's day with the panier.
Hey, Storytime friends. Grandma Pat,
Yeah,
would you like to do a flannel board?
I love flannel boards.
It's flannel time, my friends. You know, some family traditions have gifts included in them. Not all of them do, but some of them do. So we're going to do a flannel board about 5 gifts. You want to count them with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They are so pretty.
Aren't they? They're all wrapped in bows. And that's what we're going to sing about. Are you ready? Here we go. 5 gifts all wrapped in bows. What's in there no one knows. We have to open them to see. Paper gets pulled off one. Oh, that is so much fun. What was in that package, my friends? I see a new paint set. Oh my gosh. Now there are 4 gifts wrapped in bows. Should we do another one? 4 gifts all wrapped in bows. What's in there no one knows. We have to open them to see. Paper gets pulled off one. Oh, this is so much fun. What's in there? There's a toy car. We have a paint set and a new toy car. Now there are 3 gifts wrapped in bows. Ready? 3 gifts all wrapped in bows. What's in there no one knows. We have to open them to see. Paper gets pulled off one. Oh, this is so much fun. What did we get there? We have a new kite. Oh my gosh. Did you see the package for the kite? It was long and skinny, kind of like a kite is. Now there are 2 gifts wrapped in bows. You ready? Should we open another one? 2 gifts all wrapped in bows. What's in there no one knows. We have to open them to see. Paper gets pulled off one. Oh, this is so much fun. I got a new book. I'm so excited about getting a new book. Now there is 1 gift wrapped in a bow. Should we see what's in that one? Okay. 1 gift wrapped with a bow. What's in there no one knows. We have to open it to see. Paper gets pulled off one. Oh, this is so much fun. Now there are no gifts wrapped in bows. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, teddy
We
bear.
got a teddy bear and a car and a book and a kite and a whole new paint set.
Fun is that?
I am ready to go now. Hey, thanks for playing.
Tracy, our first book was set in Haiti, and that's a little island in the Caribbean Sea. Now we're going to Japan with Miso Magic. And it's written by Moni Ritchie Hadley, and it's illustrated by Mizuho Fujisawa. And it's from Albert Whitney and Company in Chicago. The first snowfall of the year reaches the foot of the mountains. Papa, let's build a snowman. There's no time for a trip right now, Chiyoko, Papa says. When? I asked. Papa doesn't answer. Today we begin a new tradition. You are old enough to learn the family business, miso making. But you have workers to help you, I say. This year, it's your turn to help, Papa says. I follow Papa down the dirt path to the Misogura, dragging my steps. I wish my boots were crunching through the snow. I know what brews inside the barn. Work. First, Papa shows me how to clean tubs for koji making. Koji is a secret to miso's umami flavor. Papa's eyes sparkle. Chiyoko-chan, next year, you will taste miso made by your own hands. My own miso? I like Papa's miso just fine. Papa pours the rice as if each grain were a tiny gem. Lap, slap. The water becomes cloudy, like my mood. While the rice cooks, we shell soybeans. I squeeze a pod. Oops! She hit her dad in the face. When the rice is done, the steam releases as my breath does in the winter air. Whack, whack. I break up the chunks. The rice reminds me of fresh, white snow. Don't play with the food, Papa says. We handle the rice with respect. Womp, I smash snowmen. Papa sends me outside. Your steamy head needs a cool down, he says. If I were in the mountains, it'd be so cool. I wait for Papa's words, a lesson, a scolding, but instead, his gentle voice invites me back in. Magic takes time, he says. Papa hands me a bamboo shaker filled with powder. This koji mold will grow on the rice. Like a plant, I ask? Mold is neither plant nor animal. It's a fungus and requires no sun or soil to grow, Papa explains. But it is alive. It will live and feed on the rice, changing its flavor and texture. We will find magic in the transformation. I sprinkle the powder and check for magic, but the rice just looks like rice. Our spades invade, scoop, turn, breathe. I imitate Papa's moves. Then Papa checks the temperature and covers the rice with a blanket to keep it warm. Then Papa covers me. I wait to the sound of a door closing and scurry to my feet. Papa walks back to the misogura under the moonlight. Is it ready? I surprise Papa. Not yet, Chiyoko-chan, Papa chuckles. I told you, magic takes time. The koji is heating up. Papa mixes the rice so that the koji can breathe. The temperature needs to be just right. The warmth helps the koji flourish. But too much heat, and it will die. Papa checks the temperature throughout the night. Each time, I follow, retracing steps in the dirt path worn in by Papa and Papa's Papa and his Papa before that, back and forth through the misogura. Papa retraces his memories. Our miso business began 3 generations ago, right here in our home. The business grew, so my grandfather built the barn. I worked with my Papa in this very spot. Papa looks at me. Now I am sharing it with you. Papa's words feel like a gift. In the morning, the koji still needs more time. Papa and I prepare rice for the next batch. Today, the work is easier than the waiting. Then Papa says, "It's time." A sweet scent teases my nose. Go ahead, Papa invites me to lift the cover. Whoa, I say, the koji's been busy. We take a big whiff. The aroma draws us together. We nibble on a chunk of koji rice. As I try to find words to describe the taste, Papa nods. Umami, he says. We add the koji and some salt to the boiled soybeans. I smash and smush until my arms can push no more. The long hours leave me exhausted, but happy, like at the end of a snow day. That was the easy part, Papa jokes. We cover the vat. That big thing full of rice. The miso needs a long rest, Papa says. So do you, Papa. A whole year, just like the miso, I say. And Papa laughs. Papa and I make soup from last year's stock. The miso rests at the bottom of the clear liquid. With a quick stir, the broth becomes a brown flurry. I sip. The warmth in my belly is a hug from a long line of Papas. Someday it will be my turn to share all that brews inside the barn. Snow will come again soon, Chiyoko, Papa says. I can wait. Magic takes time. There's Chiyoko making her miso.
Hey, Storytime friends. Hey, Grandma Pat.
Yes.
You want to wave a scarf?
Yes, I love scarves.
All right, I'm going to hand this scarf to Grandma Pat. Now, out of your Storytime kit, friends, I would like you to find your scarf or your sock or your Kleenex or whatever you are going to use to wave. All right, our very first thing that we're going to wave our scarf about is we are going to make pizza. And cooking together is another, excuse me? Oh, 1 second, I'll be right with you. Absolutely, oh, absolutely. Storytime friends, Giraffe would like to join us today. Hello, Storytime friends. Hello, Grandma Pat.
Hi, Giraffe.
I'm very, very delighted to be with you. All right, Giraffe, you stand right there. Now, as I was saying, food is actually in the center of a lot of family traditions. They might have special meals together or harvest food together or create food together. Today, we are going to make a pizza together. All right? And we're going to start by mixing the dough. So can you get your scarf moving like it's a mixer? Here we go. This is the way we mix the dough, mix the dough, mix the dough. This is the way we mix the dough to make a pizza pie. Well, what else do we need to do? How about if we roll the dough? Can you roll your dough? Here we go. This is the way we roll the dough, roll the dough, roll the dough. This is the way we roll the dough to make a pizza pie. Now, how about if we toss our dough? Can you toss it? Here we go. This is the way we toss the dough, toss the dough, toss the dough. This is the way we toss the dough to make a pizza pie. Woo! I know, that had some finesse to it. I know, I could see it too. How about if we spread the sauce? This is the way we spread the sauce, spread the sauce, spread the sauce. This is the way we spread the sauce to make a pizza pie. Now, how about, what do we have to put on it? Some cheese? Let's sprinkle some cheese on. This is the way we sprinkle the cheese, sprinkle the cheese, sprinkle the cheese. This is the way we sprinkle the cheese to make a pizza pie. Now, let's put our pie in the oven. I'm going to pretend that I'm going to be putting it into the oven. This is the way we bake the pie, bake the pie, bake the pie. This is the way we bake the pie to make a pizza, a pie, 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 pie. All right, now it's out and we sliced it. What do we have to do? Let's eat it. Here we go. This is the way we eat the pizza, eat the pizza, eat the pizza. This is the way we eat the pizza, and that was delicious.
That was fun.
It was fun. It's a lot of work to make a pizza, though. There was a lot of steps involved. Now, do you remember we talked about with a lot of family traditions, we include our big extended family? Some of the best times I've ever had in my life was playing with my cousins. So we are going to do a scarf song about some of the things we like to do with our cousins. And it's going to start with running. Do you like to run slow with your cousins? Maybe, but today we're going to run fast. Here we go. We like to run fast. We like to run fast. Here we go, we don't go slow, we like to run fast. What else do we like to do? How about jumping high? We like to jump high, we like to jump high. Here we go, we don't stay low, we like to jump high. Now, have you ever put on a show with your cousins? My cousins and I used to do little plays based on music that we listened to. And we would dig around and find costumes. So let's use your scarf to find a costume. Here we go. We find a costume. We find a costume. Here we go, let's make a show. We find a costume. Just think all your scarf could be. It could be a scarf. It could be a superhero cape. It could be an apron. Your scarf could make 100 different costumes. All right, now when we're out in the snow, what do you like to do with your cousins? How about building a fort? Let's build a snow fort. Here we go. We build a fort. We build a fort. Here we go, let's pack the snow. We build a fort. And now in the summer, have you ever been swimming with your cousins? How about this? We like to swim around. We like to swim around. Here we go as the river flows. We like to swim around. And you can make up other things that you like to do with your cousins, and you can use your scarf to illustrate that. Hey, thanks for playing. Storytime friends, Grandma Pat, I had such a great time today.
Oh, I did too.
I love thinking about my family traditions, and I hope that you think about your family traditions. Because if you only have 2 people in your family, or you have 10 or more, it doesn't matter. You can still have things that you do and love every single year. But today, we went along in Haiti, and we learned how this young girl carried a, how do you say it, Grandma Pat? Pani. How she carried a pani on her head. And in their family, you couldn't do it when you were little. You had to wait till you were old enough. And she did a great job. And then in Japan, we learned how our young friend made miso with her family. And miso is something that you may enjoy eating even here in the United States, even now. And then we unwrapped 5 different gifts.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun to find out what was in our bow-wrapped packages. But now, my friends, I think it's time to say goodbye.
Oh, I know.
Would you sing with us? All right, here we go. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Yes, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Story time is done today. Now it's time to go and play. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Goodbye, everybody.
Wish I had a package to unwrap.